this Wednesday morning. Good morning. And let me do this quickly. Peekaboo. Peekaboo. So Peekaboo is probably one of the best games that you can play with your little baby. And why is that? Well, listen to this. I didn't do the research. Somebody else did the research. Peekaboo is a game that helps develop object permanence, which is part of early learning. Object permanence is an understanding that objects and events continue to exist even when they cannot directly be seen, heard, or touched. So you might be saying, what does Peekaboo got to do with Midweek Moment, Jonathan? What has it got to do? Well, do you sometimes feel like God is hiding from you? Do you sometimes feel as if he's just not there? Maybe your spiritual Peekaboo object permanence muscle needs to be developed. Maybe that's what it's about, because I know for a fact that I've had that experience where I kind of, God, I'm praying, but nothing's changing. God, I'm calling out to you, but where are you? And so this thing is a big thing when it comes to our walk with Jesus, when it comes to our relationship with our Creator. I remember with fond memories the laughter that I got out of the little babies in our lives when they were little babies, little Zoe and little Ilsa way back when they were 6-7 months old. And whether it was you covering your face and then revealing your face and the laughter, or using a gentle cloth, and taking away. And that baby's laughter was infectious. It was something that immediately lifted your spirit. And so when it comes to God and our walk with him, those times when we feel as if he's hiding from us, when we feel as if he's forgotten about us, maybe we need to remember that childlike faith, the fact that he is still there, even though we cannot see or hear or touch him. Because God doesn't move, God doesn't change, God is true to his word. And in a way of a reminder, in 1 John 3, it speaks so beautifully. And it says, "See what kind of love the Father has given us, that we should be called children of God. And so we are." So child of God, it's not just a term, it's not just an affectionate term, it's also a reminder to you and I that we need to have childlike faith, and that we need to develop those things in our lives, in our spiritual walk, that help us to remember and to trust God that he is still there, even though we feel like we cannot hear him, even though we don't see him, even though we can't touch him. And just like a little boy or a little girl standing on a ledge, jumping and say, "Daddy, catch me," we can know that our Heavenly Father will catch us and be there for us each and every time. So I want to just encourage you as you go into this day, that you once again think of that Peekaboo, and that you once again remember that God is there, even though you cannot see him, even though you don't feel him, even though you don't hear him. He is there, and he is just a prayer away. And in response to that, we can say, "God, here I am." And he will draw close to us as we draw close to him. He will shower his love upon you and I as we allow it to enter into our hearts. So come, let's worship together. Let's draw close to the King of Kings and the Lord of Lords.